Okay, so please, Juan, tell me how many years or months have you been at your current job?
Uh, I'm been for 2 years and 10 months.
Okay, and what has been your experience overall?
Oh, what's the meaning of overall?
Uh, Overall is en totalidad.
Oh, I'm got experience with the clients, with the confidence on the management of the clients, and in the I don't know how to say it, in the working collaborating in teammates,
Okay, cool.
collabor- collaborative teammates. Um, I, I don't making I don't performas. I don't know how to say it in English.
Proformas. What is a
Uh, uh, cotización.
Oh, so you can say a cotización of a service?
Yeah, about
Okay,
approximate how much is going to cost something
so
about
that could be a proposal.
proposal. Yeah,
Hmm.
making proposals for the clients and especially to solve problems for them.
Okay. Okay. And so tell me about a specific challenge that you have experienced recently and explain how you resolved that challenge.
Yeah, it was a client who really was a disaster. There was a complete disorder in their information, and they don't uh, have clear what they want, and either uh, what they uh, what they are paying for. So uh, first one, I contact the client, talk with them about it, what they need to have the whole scenario, about it, and we started there. Um, we make a calendar for meetings and for entregables,
Deliverables.
deliverables, and I asked them for all the information we needed to work, and then we started the project and everything being perfect after that. But it was a little complicated because the client, it was that kind of client that want everything uh, quick, but they don't collaborated with the information and what we need. So it was a little challenger for me to organize it.
Okay. So Juan, take a look in the chat, please.
They don't have clear
So
what they want.
I'm
Either
putting your errors. Now, you're talking about the past, so you shouldn't say don't. You should say they didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Okay, and to say no estaban claro, you need to say they were not clear about what they wanted.
Okay.
So I'm going to write it correctly. Okay, so this is how you should say this correctly. They were not clear about what they wanted in the past, nor what they
But
are paying, what they were, I'm sorry, what they were paying for.
yeah, for the past.
Yeah. Okay. The next issue was a vocabulary issue. You said escenary, and you should say scenario.
Okay.
Scenario. Next, you said we make a calendar. This is in the present. You need to use the past. We made a calendar. You had
Okay.
a little trouble with the vocabulary word deliverables and the pronunciation of project, not project. Project.
Project.
Yes.
Project.
Yes.
Project.
Next, you said challenger, and you should have said, debiste haber dicho, you should have said challenging, challenging with ing.
Okay.
All right, Juan, good deal. So we're going to review after every question that I ask you.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So, Juan, thank you for explaining this situation and the solution. Uh, how do you personally build long-term trust with key clients or accounts in technically complex industries like oil and gas?
Uh, First, we need to be open with the client to the information that they need, and we need to complete on a schedule everything, every delivers we offer to
Deliverable.
the deliverables for the client.
Okay.
Uh, and with that, we're going to build this trust between the client and us.
Okay. Okay. So, Juan, in this one, you use the plural we. In every idea, every clause, you started with we. So I assume that you're talking about yourself. Who else were you talking about?
The
We is
company,
nosotros.
because yeah, I know the
But
company because
right, but the question was about you. I said, how do you personally build long-term trust? So you shouldn't respond in plural we,
okay,
right? You should respond in I. Also, please remember that we, if you're talking about the company and this is clear, if the context exists, then you can say we referring to you and the company. But in general, we is not for people who are not specific people. We is
okay,
for specific real people. In Spanish, it's different. In Spanish, if I say, Juan, ¿qué viste en el video? You can respond, pudimos ver que esto y esto. In Spanish, pudimos. Now, in English,
hmm,
you should not say we could see, because an
all
English
right,
speaker is going to think you and who else,
okay,
right? So only now, if you want to refer to cualquier persona que lo vea, puede ver, then you should say one. Uno puede ver. One could see. And one
okay,
is used for anyone in general.
perfect,
Okay. All right,
understandable.
cool. So a pretty good answer, just a little trouble with the pronoun. All right, so Juan, describe a time when you had to explain a technical problem to a non-technical client. How did you ensure that they understood the problem and the solution that you were offering?
Uh, that's a tricky one, I think, because it depends of the client. Uh, every client are different, so it is something you. I need to understand the person that I am explaining the trouble or technical offer. So some clients understand with visuals, with PPTs, I don't know, or and others they need to practice to use it. Maybe the platform and they need to make it the same that I'm explaining to understand, and that depend of the client. It's not the same every time.
Okay. Do you deploy any questionnaires or anything to learn about the client?
Yeah, some like a test to check if they understand what I say or
No, no,
to.
no. I'm
Oh,
saying when you first begin a professional relationship with a client, do you give them a questionnaire related to their personality so you can very quickly learn the type of person that you're working with and create an efficient line of communication?
not a questionnaire, writing a questionnaire, but in my first meeting with them, I made some questions, made some. I made I evaluated the client about how they express, how they work, and sometimes how they organize their time.
Okay, so a recommendation could be to create a 10 question questionnaire that you can give all of your clients about where they describe themselves, and this will help you have insight into their personality and working style. And maybe you can save some time.
Yeah, that could be a good option, but the trouble with that is mm, a lot of clients are too busy to take that
Yeah, this is why I
questionnaire.
said maybe 5 questions, but something that's like 10 minutes. a, a,
Yeah, that,
a client that is serious and cares about
yeah,
their product will make 10 minutes to do this. And
yeah.
you need to stress to them, this is very important to help me understand how to give you the best service. I want to give you the best service. I need to understand your working style. I need to understand your communication style. This will make this will help me provide a better service. And you
Mhm.
explain it like this, and who's going to say, no, Juan, I don't have 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
no
true.
one. Everyone's going to
No one.
say, oh, great, okay. So, cool, Juan. Okay, so take a look in the chat. You said
Okay.
depends of, and the preposition is on.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on. You said every client are different. Every client is singular. You need a singular verb. Every client is different.
Okay.
Yeah. You said another's. You cannot make another plural. Another is for singular things. Another person, another tree, another cat, another dog. Or
Okay.
other is the plural. Other people, other dogs,
Client.
other cats, or others with an S. Others.
Okay.
Yeah. You said, I made some questions. I evaluated the client, but you should not use the past here because you're talking about, in general, what you always do with all of your clients. So this should be present.
Perfect.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, Juan. These are challenging questions, so good job, good job. Number three, what strategies do you use to manage customer expectations when there are project delays or technical setbacks?
Um, First, I start with the client to know what happened, why we are delayed, and uh, what we are as a team, what we are in what we're fuck. As a team, what we are working at that moment to I don't know how to say transparentar to
What is
oh
it?
dar visibilidad. That's what I want to
To
say,
give transparency.
to give transparency of our work and uh, talk with the client what's the probability to expand the time and what could be the end date. I don't know if that's okay. The
No, the
no,
deadline.
the deadline that.
Okay.
And something I every time I make is to have, if the team said it's gonna be on Friday, I offer to the client a few days later to have that time for eventualities that can happen,
Okay.
could happen.
Yes. No, no, that can happen.
Fine?
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So when you use the verb work, you need to use the preposition on. Explain
Okay.
the explain what we are working on. You said talk with the client. Now, when you use talk, you need to use about. Talk with the client about what. Yep. Now, here you had a problem in this dependent clause. Look specifically at this dependent clause. What's the problem, Juan?
I'm not sure.
I am not sure.
I
Not,
am.
yeah. Okay.
I'm
So
not sure.
the problem is that you're not putting the subject before the verb. You're putting the verb before the subject. You need to say what the probability of expanding the time is.
Oh,
So this is a pretty serious problem, putting the verb before the subject. Now, with probability, you should not use to. You should say of plus gerund,
expanding.
like this. Probability of expanding, yes.
The first one in these sentences was uh, about, right?
Yes.
Talk with the
Talk with
client
the client
about.
about. Talk with the client about. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Next you said if the team said la 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 la, I tell the client you should make this present. If the team says, said is the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it, instead of saying eventualities, say situations that can come up. Come up means surgir or ocurrir.
Okay.
Okay.
Come up.
All right, cool. So, let's see. What one next question? What let's see, how can I say this? Please, if you could, Juan, tell me a little bit. Well, no, let me restate this. I would like you to compare your current job with the company that you worked at previously. What are the disadvantages and the advantages, the pros versus the cons?
Um, the guns about the company I'm currently work is are some of them uh, they are startup who is uh, growing faster than they are organized. So that make some things are not uh, don't have documentation. Please give me a second. I have something. I'm back. Sorry for that.
No problem. Okay. So you were comparing,
Yeah, I was saying that the company I'm currently
you were saying
work.
it's growing faster than uh well, you had some trouble there because you talked about organization, right? So you
Yeah,
said it's growing faster than organized. You can't say it like that, right?
yeah.
So you can say due to, debido a, due to the rate of growth, it
Due
is
to
disorganized.
okay, it
I'll
is
write it.
okay.
Okay,
Due
cool.
to the rate of growth, the company can sometimes be disorganized.
Right. All right. So please continue.
Um, but they have pros too. They are a small group of people. Everyone know each other, and that help for the a better communication. And it's easy to know who is the person in charge from tools, specific tools or specific models of the platform. I don't know if that's okay. Models of the platform.
Models. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Anything else?
Um, I think that's the most important things, I guess.
Okay. Uh, so your answer really needs a little bit more explanation and comparison. You
Okay.
compare 2 points, but maybe you could compare a little bit more. But let's see the errors here. You said the cons. Now, with cons, you need to use the pros of or the cons of, not about.
Okay.
Yeah. The cons of the company I currently work for.
Work for. Yeah.
Mhm. Next, your pronunciation of this word, pero. You say but, but the word
But
but, yes, but. Mhm. Now, everyone requires a singular verb with S. Everyone knows each other. And the last error, Juan, I'd like you to identify it, please.
on charge?
No,
No,
no.
I don't sure. I
Okay,
don't
I
know.
am not sure. There you go. Okay. So the problem, one, is that you don't have the correct syntax after your relative pronoun. Question words like who, where, why, what, when, which, how, that, these require a subject, then the verb, a clause. And you're putting the verb, then the subject. So we need to say it is easy to know who the person in charge is.
Yeah, the same mistake I
Same
made
mistake.
it.
So just remember, after these question words, you need subject verb, unless you're asking a question.
Yeah,
In that case, you put the verb first.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Juan, what customer success metrics do you prioritize in the petroleum sector and why?
Time because it is the most important this in the sector, and I guess in every sector. Uh, but in the petroleum sector is, I guess, uh, more important because every day it's a lot of money you're expending. So if you have delays or you have troubles with that, the that is a lot of loss of money. So
Gotcha.
that's the first one. The other, the quality of the results, the I don't know,
You could say results, outcomes, or solutions.
outcomes.
Yeah.
The outcomes are so uh, that's uh, important, and the satisfaction of the client.
Gotcha.
Uh, that three are the most important.
Cool. All right. So a very small problem at the end. Everything else was pretty good. You said that three.
Yeah,
Now, that is singular, so you need to say those three.
those three.
Yeah. Cool. Great, great answer, Juan. That was very smooth. Very, very smooth. A little bit better than the other ones. Okay, next question. Now, please remember, Juan, that how, a question that starts with how has a specific structure. Do you remember the structure?
No.
Okay, so when you see a how question, for example, how do you make a pizza? Let's ask a simple question. How do you make a pizza? You respond using by plus gerunds. So you say, you make a pizza by combining combining flour, oil, water, and yeast, letting it ferment, and tossing out the dough once it is ready. So you see that I repeat the question. I say, you make a
You
pizza
make
by, and then I put gerunds by combining flour, oil, water, and yeast. And then I put another gerund, letting it ferment, and another gerund, tossing out the dough once it is ready.
what's the meaning of yeast?
Yeast is levadura.
Oh, okay.
Dough is masa.
Perfect.
Toss out is lanzarlo para hacerle una pizza.
Oh, tossing out.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so this next question is a how question. I would like you to deploy this grammar. Okay, so how do you measure the success of a technical solution across a client's operation?
Um, can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. How do you measure the success of a technical solution implementation across a client's operation?
I measure the success of the solution by making a questionnaire, a satisfaction questionnaire for the client after we finish, and making monitorings weekly
And monitoring.
and monitoring weekly the solution and how how working it is,
And
how
how it
how
is
it
working.
is work. Yeah, how
Yes.
it is work.
So that's one of those how, that's a relative pronoun.
Yeah,
So after that, subject verb. How it is working.
is work.
Yeah. Okay, so Juan, a little trouble at the end with how and the
And
pronunciation of questionnaire, not
questionnaire.
questionary. Yeah,
Okay,
questionnaire. Okay,
satisfaction questionnaire. It's a questionnaire is okay,
no, a
or only
satisfaction questionnaire.
questionnaire.
Yeah,
Satisfaction questionnaire. Okay,
bingo, you got it. So good job using the by plus gerunds, right? Solid answer.
thanks.
Cool. Good. Good deal. Okay. Um, Ooh, this is a good question. Have you ever identified a risk or inefficiency in a customer's workflow that led to upselling or process improvements?
Uh, can you repeat the question, please? What?
Sure. Have you ever
Uh,
identified a risk or inefficiency in a customer's workflow that led to upselling or process improvements?
yes, a few months ago, I detected that the client had some process that are inefficient. I don't know,
Inefficient?
inefficient, and we I made a proposal for improve that process.
Nice. Cool. All right, Juan. So only two issues here. You said some process, some is plural, so you need to say processes.
Processes.
Yeah. And you said for improve. Remember, for never goes with the verb like this. Para mejorar is
to
to.
to improve.
Yes. So to means para with verbs. For means para with nouns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, man. Good question. Good answer. Okay, another how question. How do you coordinate with field engineers, sales teams, and product managers to support clients in high stakes environments?
What's the meaning of high stakes?
High stakes, that means uh, que hay mucho que se puede perder o ganar. High stakes, so I'll give you an example. Imagine that you're playing poker
Yeah.
and you're in a casino and you go to the VIP area, which is high stakes poker, which means you can win a lot or you can lose a lot. This is not $5 poker.
Okay.
Yeah, so high stakes means hay mucho que se puede ganar y hay mucho que se puede perder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you repeat the question, please?
sure. How do you coordinate with field engineers, sales teams, and product managers to support clients in high stakes environments?
Okay. To support the clients in high stage
Environments.
environments, I
So I'm going to repeat the question again.
place.
How do you coordinate with field engineers, sales teams, and product managers to support clients in high stakes environments?
To coordinate these different teams by making channels to communicate it between all the teams and uh, to have a good communication with the client and being there to support with any question they have.
Okay, so just a little trouble at the beginning. You said to support the client by, right? So don't start with to support. Say, I support the client by, and then finishing what you said. Please repeat it, Juan.
I support the client by making a channel of communication with all the teams to have a good communication with the client and what
You can say streamline communication.
a streamlined communication with the client and I lost the uh,
You can say provide maximum
and
transparency.
yeah, providing maximum transparency.
Yep, cool, cool. Exactly. So that's the grammar you want to use, right? With your how
I
question.
see.
Yes, yes. Cool, cool. All right. Let's see. So have you ever worked with multinational or cross-cultural clients? How do you adapt your communication and service in these circumstances?
Yes, I work with people from a lot of countries, and I
How do you adapt your communication and service?
yeah, I adapt my communication by learning about them and their culture, and teaching them to about my country, my culture too.
Nice. Cool, man. Very good. Very good answer, Juan. So, Juan, you're naturally a smart guy. You have good logic. If you can correct those little grammar errors, you're going to have a great experience with your interviews. Um, I like it. Let's go with the next one. How do you
Thanks.
manage customer success strategies across regions with different regulations and operational standards?
I manage it by learning about the regulations where we are working and asking to my teammates about these places and this work we are making.
Okay.
Asking
Okay, so with ask, never use to.
to, yeah,
Yeah. Asking my teammates and this work we are doing. You do work.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Fantastic answer, Juan. Two very small problems. And obviously, these problems would not affect my ability to understand you. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
But, if you want,
a
re-
structure.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go with the next question. So, Uh, this is, I think, one of the most important questions in the interview. Okay, what role do you believe customer success plays in helping petroleum companies transition towards sustainability and digital transformation?
The role of the customer success is uh, very important in these topics because uh, we are the the ones who has to advise and to uh, propose the improvements and the path we need to complete these objectives.
Okay, okay. So only one error here. You said we are the ones who has to advise. Now, who have, plural.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
instead of saying advice, the pronunciation is important here. Advice is a noun. You need to pronounce the verb advise. So this is pronounced with a Z, not
advise,
ex-
advise.
advise exactly.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Cool. Very good. Okay. And we've got one more question, and then we're going to have a small break. We're going to do a little bit of I'm going to have a challenge for you, Juan. I'm going
Okay.
to, yep, I'll explain that in a moment. So, okay, where do you see the customer success function evolving within oil field services companies in the next 5 years?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, I'm going to change it a little bit. How do you see the customer success role evolving within the oil field or oil services in the next 5 years? How do you see your role? How do you think your role will evolve in the next 5 years?
The customer success role evolved by uh, taking care for these structures, company structures, where we have to focus on ever medio ambiente. I forget how to say
Environment,
environment, and how we can uh, improve our systems to be more energetic efficient.
more efficient. Okay, nice. Okay, so look in the chat, please. You'll
Will
see
evolve.
will evolve, right? Future. And you said take care for, you need to use of. Take care
Take
of.
care of.
Yeah. Okay, so Juan, the next part of this activity is something that companies are doing now. Many companies, before an initial interview with a person, uh, they ask you to record a video of yourself answering a question.
Okay.
Okay, so Juan, I'm going to put uh, a few questions here in the chat, and I
All
would
right.
like you please to pause your microphone and your camera, and I would like you to open your WhatsApp, and I would like you to record a video and send it to my WhatsApp, and we're going to watch it together because I want you to identify your errors
Perfect.
rather than me identifying them.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're ready, just come back
Where are the questions?
in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Oh, okay. Right.
Cool. I'm here. I'll be waiting. Juan, my apologies. Only do two questions because of our limited time. Two questions, please.
Perfect. No problem.
Okay.
I'm back. I think
Okay.
the video cut the last second, so I don't sure.
Okay, sure. Just let's send it if you could, and let's check it.
Yeah, I sent it to your WhatsApp.
Okay. I
Uh,
I don't see it.
what? Oh, it's charging.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. It's loading.
Oh, loading. Um,
Which question, Juan?
1 and 2.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's already 6, but I want to check with you about next week's. I
Okay,
want to continue having classes,
cool.
uh, but I think I had a lot of things, so maybe we can have 2 classes per week.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know if it is okay for you Tuesday and Thursday.
Juan, after our class, I will check. Could could
Oh,
you could you
yeah,
please just send it in WhatsApp so I can see it and then I can check it and confirm?
yeah, no
Awesome,
trouble.
awesome, awesome. Okay, so Juan, let's check your video. I'm really excited to see if you're going to implement the things that we talked about. All right, so check it out. Here we go. Look in the chat for your errors.
I'd handle the situations by making a meet with the client to listening for their troubles and what they're thinking about the processes, uh, and I explaining what happened and why the delivery team uh, don't complete it on time the job, and if it is necessary, changing the team members for the satisfaction of the client. Second one, what tools or platforms have you used to track customers' engagement, use analytics and satisfaction in industrial settings? Um, I use many tools and platforms like ClickUp, Google Questionnaire, and take the information to Power BI to add some analytics and metrics for what's the I handle the situations
Scapa.
by making a meet with the client.
Okay, okay. So, um, a meeting, right? Instead of meet, a meeting with the client. Okay. Also, you need to say to listen. Remember, when you use to, that verb cannot be
It,
with ing
in,
or past. It needs to be present. To listen. Trouble is not countable. So don't say troubles, say problem or issues.
okay,
Okay. Rather than saying I explaining, I explain.
okay,
I explain. Right? Now, why? Because you always do this in this situation. Simple present for habits and routines. I explain. Next, you said why the team.
the,
What else? Exactly. Thank you. Yes. And finally, to have.
yeah,
Okay, so Juan, the second answer was almost perfect. The first answer had a few grammar problems. So, Juan, we will continue next week. We'll talk about the schedule and we will
uh,
continue practicing for interviews.
yeah. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, have a great weekend and I'll talk to you soon.
See you.
Okay, man. Bye bye.